Hi everybody, welcome to my channel, Slice BBQ. Today I'm going to be showing you how I prepare spare ribs. It's not how everyone does it, but it's just the way I do it. I'm going to take this end right here, cut it down. This will help square it up, make it look pretty for the smoker and for the video. I'm going to take a paper towel, come across it, get all the excess water off of it and the moisture. And something else you'll notice, I do not take the membrane off the back. That's just something that I prefer not to do, because the way I do it, it gets that piece nice and crispy. If you season it right, it will taste really good. Okay, so that is done. Let me trim some of this off the back real quick. These are going to be, I guess, little snacks throughout the smoke. They're not going to go to waste, I promise you that. While I do this, if you haven't yet, please go like my channel. If you like what I'm doing, give me a thumbs up, so that way I know I'm doing something right. Like, comment, share, hit the bell for notifications. I'm trying to get my YouTube channel up and going. I'm very new to it, just like I'm very new to TikTok. My Facebook page, Smokers Not So Anonymous, is where the majority of my cooks have landed, because I was just familiar with Facebook. For a binder, just like almost everybody else, I like to use yellow mustard. I'm just going to do something simple. I'm going to start off with just this rack rub that I got from our local grocery store. It has all the salt stuff in it that is needed. I don't like to get a lot of salted seasonings, just so that way I can control how much salt is put on my food. But this right here, it's pretty good. Okay. Now I'm going to come back with the one and only Killer Hogs, the barbecue rub. If you have not checked out Malcolm Reed's YouTube channel, go check it out. It's pretty good. It's how to barbecue right. This is going to give it a nice mahogany look to it. Flip it over, let the excess drip off on the board. Come back on the edges, and you can pick up that seasoning that drops off. Try to keep one dry hand as much as I can. Normally, where gloves comes in handy, but I'm out. Add a little bit more mustard on this side. Sometimes I also add Frank's hot sauce, and that's pretty good as well. Gives a little kick. The sides. Come back in with this rack rub. I'm going to be smoking these today on a Masterbuilt 560. I have quite a few other smokers just that that one, I'm able to leave it on there and tend to what I got to do. Today's kind of a busy day. My wife owns a mobile hair studio, and she's got people's hair she's got to get done. So a little bit strained for time. So I'm back with the Killer Hogs. Malcolm Reed, I don't know what you have done with this, what you put in it. But man, this stuff is awesome. All the seasonings you have and the sauces you have are pretty good. I need to get a hold of some of that vinegar sauce you have. Come back, knock off some of the excess, drag the other side of the rack through it. Same thing. Flip it over. Now, best part about having these spares, but you can come through now and just take some of that seasoning still on the board. So that way you don't have to waste that much more. As I said, none of this is going to go to waste. So while I get the rest of this cleaned up, I'm going to allow these ribs to sit here and soak in the seasoning. If you allow your food, after you put the salt base down or you put anything that has any salt ingredients in it, it will create its own moisture and it will absorb the seasoning you put on top of it. It's pretty good. So give me just a second, I'll get back with you. Okay, now I got the ribs on. The smoker is at 275 for a little while, and I might back it back down, but I want to get this cooking going. I have each rack of ribs on its own rack, so that way the smoke penetrates all the way around as much as possible. And as I said, there's a little excess that I cut off. Now, let's wait and see. Okay, now that we pulled them off the smoker, we are going to wrap the ribs, and I'll show you exactly how to do that. First, start off with brown sugar. Light brown or dark brown sugar, to me, it doesn't make a difference. Start off, I don't know, half a cup. On this side as well. Add a little bit more. Okay, now we're done with the brown sugar. Here comes the honey. Honey for the money. Right. Do the same thing over here. Now, you take the butter. Sorry if you get your hands dirty. It's barbecue. Showing all my secrets to you too. Now, I'm going to take this Killer Hogs barbecue rub and sprinkle down on top of this brown sugar one more time. I'm not going to add anything else that has salt to it, because you got to remember that the salt has already done its job, and that the pork has enough sodium in it. So, just like that. And now, it's going to be hot, 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 but it's going to be okay. Take the rack of ribs, turn them upside down in the foil. Pan out the way. And now some will take barbecue sauce or brown sugar and do the same thing on the back again, but I'm not going to do that because I will be going back with a little bit of barbecue sauce. I'm going to use the Killer Hogs on the back as well. Butter out the way, and the honey. You know what? I'm going to add a couple of strips of honey on the back. That's the bottle, I promise you. Alright. A little bit more. Alright. Now you want to take this, the foil, wrap it over the ribs, and you're going to want to wrap it as tight as you can, so that way all the goodness stays inside. It doesn't leak out everywhere all over the floor. And you get in trouble by the missus for making a mess on the floor. And yes, you do double wrap, so that way, once again, it's easier to transport and you do not make a mess. Wrap this one up really tight. It's like swaddling a baby. Nice and tight. Okay, so now we go out there and we put these babies back on the smoker until they're done, and I will see you out there at the smoker. Alrighty, so it's been an hour since I put these things on foiled. Whew, the ones on the bottom looking really good too. Had a guy say that he could tell that his ribs are done by the color of the tin foil. Well, we ordered his ribs and they were not done. So you cannot tell by the color of foil. You have to feel it, or get the meat probe out and see what it says. So I don't think these are done. Give it about another hour, come back out and check them again. Came up to check on them, and they got enough pull for me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take them out of the full wrap and all these juices. Yeah, I would say they are done, but let's go ahead and pull that part. I'm gonna take them, put them back on, let them dry out some, let them set. Okay, give that about another 30, well, probably about 15-20 minutes and it should be all right. Should be ready to go. Alrighty, see y'all when they're done. Over. Got to rearrange it a little bit so I can get a hold of that one in the back. Slather it on there. I don't know what y'all are doing for supper, but it's gonna be mighty fine. You take the barbecue sauce that you use, and to save it from you flipping your rib over, cutting on the bottom, and smearing everything you have, you take the barbecue sauce you used, and you smear it across the cutting surface that you're going to cut on. And it saves all that work you put in to getting the seasoning, the bark, place to sit and set up. Alright, so it's time to cut one. Let's get the one that fell apart. It was so tender I pulled it off the smoker to wrap it. It just fell apart. Alright, so take it, flip it over, go in between the bones, and you slice it. When you flip it back over, you will see that your bark or your glaze has not been messed with. It's simple and it's easy. It keeps the rib or whatever you have that you smoke with barbecue sauce from sticking to your board. Let's go ahead and cut it one more time and give it a little taste. See what it tastes like. That looks good. Look at that. All right. Give me 1 minute. It's good, huh, little man? That is some serious good ribs. Give it a try. Give it a try, and you will not be disappointed, I promise you. Well, thank you for coming along this journey with me on smoking these ribs today. Thank you for watching, and do not forget that subscribe button.